So I put this video up yesterday talking about how to hit it left to right and right to left, just figuring out how to spin it one way or the other. And one of these guys commented and he said, yeah, but how do you do it? It looks smooth, it looks wonderful, but how do you do it? So I'm gonna talk just a little bit about how you do it. For one, you have to do this very thing right here. You have to apply right to left spin. Now he was talking about the draw. For a right-handed player, you're talking about right to left spin. For a left-handed weird player, you're talking about right to left spin. But you've got to apply side spin to the ball. And there's two ways to do it, as I explained in the video. But we're gonna dive into that just a little bit. And what I'm talking about in the way that I do it, what I'm calling my Scottie Scheffler method, is I come back here like this, and then you drop down inside. And what you have to create is you have to create a club path that is going across the ball this way. Okay, I'm obviously exaggerating. If you wanted it left to right, it would have to come across the path this way. Assuming that the face stays pointed at the target, then an inside to out path will start the ball at the target and spin it left. In the same way, assuming the face is pointed at the target, a right to left path is going to start at the target and spin to the right. Okay, so that's the science behind it. Here's a quick little example or demonstration of that from above. You see, the only thing that makes a draw or a slice any different is the path that the club is coming through the ball on and the angle that the face is pointing when it hits the ball. So if the club is pointing to the right, the ball is going to start to the right when it hits it. If it's pointing to the left, the ball's going to start to the left. Then, depending on whether the path of the club relative to the face angle spins it one way or the other way, no different than with a tennis racket, this way is going to spin it from left to right, which is what a slice is. This way is going to spin it from right to left, which is what a draw is. So when I'm actually doing it on the course, as I said in the video, I want to be able to feel what my swing is doing. Okay, I could, if I wanted, aim left, use what I'm calling the Paul Casey method, open up the club face, and hit a normal swing left of the hole with the club face open. So I'm standard, setting up left of the hole. I'm gonna swing straight, like my body is telling me, but left of the hole, with the club face pointed to the right. Okay, and it's gonna start right, and it's gonna spin right. Now the benefit to that is that you're always doing the same swing. The downside to it is mentally you have to get over, I have to swing left of the target, okay? And you can do it, and I've done it. And if you're trying to get out of the trees and there's a small little opening, you definitely want that method. However, the other method, the one that this gentleman was talking about that he said looked so smooth, I want to create a cross the line path with the club pointed at the target, so it's spinning left, okay? And what I'm gonna actually do in my swing is come up here, and I'm gonna feel like I'm dropping this way, okay? I'm actually looping underneath it, which changes the path of my swing and therefore changes the spin of the ball, okay? So if I'm taking my line at the hole, I'm gonna swing out to the right, and I'm gonna drop down this way so that I'm creating an in to out path. If I wanted to go the other way, I'd come up to the top, I'd push out and come across. That's gonna change the path that way. But in this case, we're looking for the draw. So I'm gonna loop back under this way. Okay, that's essentially what's happening. The right arm is pulling you down this way, allowing you to swing out at it, changing the path. So we're gonna aim a touch right, and we're aimed at the right edge of the green, and I'm gonna manipulate the path of the swing in order to hit a draw. Now that started right and drew left, but it was too much. So let's do it again. So I'm gonna aim at the right edge of the green, and I'm gonna manipulate my path to hit a draw. So there's two different methods of how to spin it. The actual technique of it is, for the one, simply opening, closing your face, and then mentally aiming left or right and doing the exact same thing. The one where you're feeling it is you actually have to change the path of the swing by moving your body to change the path. Okay, clear as mud. Go practice it and let me know how it goes.